Are you ready for the reading? Well, let's see what's going on out there. What do we know? Good morning, good morning. It is Friday. Hi. Well, good morning, sunshine. Let's see what we got going on in the cards and in the stars. Oh, Moon, harmonious with Uranus and Leo, with some Mercury action overnight. We're going to have some work and soul tribe matters. That happened this morning too. And then Moon's going to oppose Pluto. Really? When's that going to happen? 8 a.m. Rise and shine. It's going to be an exciting day. We've already had excitement. Whoa, that is way too many. Let's shuffle. Exciting. So the energies are supportive, mostly. Uranus, collective dark places. And emerging opportunities, and then Leo gets behind that with some fire and energy. Boy, we've had a dreamy night. We've had a dreamy night. Yeah. You like that when that feels? You like when that feels? If I could get you to shuffle them, I would. You can't eat them. We're not gonna eat the cards. He's like, what you got though? It's fun how that fans me. Yeah, you like that? I'm gonna pick a card. I'm gonna pick a card. That one. Ho ho! King of Cups. King of Cups. We are King of Cups. That makes sense given the energy we're feeling, kind of on top of our game. This is an emotional game though. We're feeling ready. Feeling ready. Pick one. Like that one. All right, what are we going through? He says we're going through feeling a little defeated. That's what we're going to go through. Okay, so we might be feeling a little big for our britches today. Ah! Hey, hang on a minute. What do we get? These two came up. Huh. Peace and truce. That's where we're headed. Peace and truce. Swords, lots of swords. We got the King of Cups coming in. That's us. We're in a high vibrating emotional state. Feeling on top of things. Feeling ready. Feeling like we got it all going on. But we're going to go through being deflated a little bit. Sorry, I need to be the bearer. It's good to go in a little prepared. Let's get ready for this. That's what we need to do. We need to get ready for this. So, what's in our toolkit? Hey. What's in our toolkit? What's in the toolkit? He says, I want that one. That one. Gonna help us pick the cards. Oh, the Princess of Swords. She's good to have in our toolkit. Let me pull another. We need 3 or 4. Okay. That one. He picks the cards. Oh, another Princess of Wands. Okay, we're going to have our fire and our thinking, our creativity, and our mind working for... Oh, he insists on these two, actually. Okay. So we have a Queen of Wands and a 4 of Pentacles. So again, these things, they work for and potentially against. Don't need the cards. It's a carbon. That's my Taurus. I'm feeling particularly tasty today. Okay. So we've got all this working in our tool belt. We have a grounded sense of mental acuity. We have another grounded sense of creative energy. And then we've got this Queen of Wands, and she's full of magical inspiration, power. It's fire again. Lots of fire, lots of thinking, lots of passion. And then we've got 4 of Pentacles. We've got power. So that's a grounded sense of ground, you know, like earth and earth. We've got this sense of power. We have to be careful because that can also come across as entitlement. So again, remember, these things can work for or against us. We can overthink. We can let our passion lead instead of fuel. And this Queen of Wands, she's fiery and she's a lot of fun. She's got a lot of potential. That's a lot of energy to harness here. Okay. So I got some upside downs here. What's going on? I've got them all mixed up. Well, that one's keeping with us. Look, we got a bunch of stuff coming out. Sideways and long ways. You're going to have to be more intentional than that. But this sucker, this is where we're headed. Okay. Prince of Pentacles, huh? Hi. You going to snooze out there? Just as well. Keep your face out of the cards. He's still there, though. Prince of Pentacles. It's Earth. Action. Action with the Pentacles. Oh, look. We got some things upside down here. We're going to take them. We've got the Universe, and we've got Virtue. What else we got up? Anything else we need to know? Something went with the cards. That's okay. That's how this goes. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go in. This is the journey. It's a sense of defeat. We're going to come in with a lot of really good resources. And maybe, you know, got to check that ego at the door. And then we're going to go into this process of Prince of Pentacles, Universe, and the 3 of Wands. Let's just take a look. I want to, again, it's collective. I want to make sure I don't project. Air of Earth. Okay, that's fascinating. Okay, so that's where the air and earth meet. Success with business responsibilities. Trying out new things in an orderly way. Resolve to reach goals. Okay, so the Taurus is what indicates structure. The globe signifies new directions. There. And so does the universe. Right? Success in business. Yeah. You get your ducks in order. You go in, you get your ducks in order. You literally get stuff together. And the universe is linked with Saturn. Those are work and paternal matters associated with enlightenment, individuation, prosperity, victory, wholeness, and completion. For many people, the end of the major arcana means a new beginning, much like the spiral that turns to a higher level. Creator and destroyer, Shiva. Cosmic dancer. It's the eye. Moon and sun. Integration. This is a lot. This is a lot to take on in this space. Virtue. 3 of Wands. Your values. You know, staying focused and balanced and directed. That's what that is. You see the eye? Turn it sideways. So you have to be able to see. You want to come together. This is integration. It's the highest level of completion for this entire, what tarot has. And it is, I guess you could say, the goal, although this is a cycle. So it's never fully achieved. But you're going to have to use everything you've got in this organized and directed manner in alignment with your values. Man, you got to line up. You got to line up your words, your espoused values, your actions. They have to line up. That's integration. That's the universe. And yeah, your values are going to guide them. The plan is the structure that gets you there. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Oh, okay. So then we pop out death, rebirth, renewal. All right. I'm a Scorpio. I welcome that. Totally welcome that. Totally welcome that. You know what we didn't go into, though? And this is important. Is it later tonight? Mercury's going to trine Saturn. So we're going to get some messages. And overnight, in the middle of the night, the moon is going to shift into Leo. Right? So we're on the edge. We're on the edge of water and fire. That's steamy. And we're going to come in with this death rebirth. All right. So then what does that process look like? Oh, okay. It's a King of Swords process. With more air. I'm looking this one up. It's Aquarius, right? Fire and water. The king is a passionate and brilliant thinker, rational judgment, idealism, lofty goals, mental strength, unity of intelligence, emotions, and actions. See? Integration. That's what I'm talking about. That's integrity. That's what that is. I'll never look at the King of Swords the same again. It's integrity. That's the process. Okay, so we got to get integrated, right? You got to get integrated, but then you have to get your integrity in order. Like you got to get it and you got to maintain it, and that's the path. And then on the other side, we do all that. That's no tall order. He's out there weed eating. A couple poodles in the bed behind me. And cats around here too. They're going to end up in it. Everybody gets to read. All right. What's on the other side? What's on the other side? Say in this one. Oh. 4 of Cups. That's beautiful. Luxury. 4 of Cups. Your cup will be full and square. 4 of Cups. 4 can be challenging though. So let's see what it has to say. Oh, I had it. Moon in Cancer, which it is. New experiences, emotional indifference. You get over some things. Excess leads to dissatisfaction and boredom. Okay, so maybe too much of any one good thing, right? Such a good thing. New possibilities, though, and that's really what you're working towards, is spiritual and emotional richness when you get here. Just have to be careful when you're on top not to take it for granted. That's the risk. It's the risk, and you kind of getting spoiled, right? So don't let yourself do that. That's where we end up, and then that's going to take us to oppression, right? You bring in your own stuff. Right, so we keep doing this. We do this a lot. We get set up for success, and then we don't necessarily do right by it. So this is when I pull Oracle deck. Tell us, oh Oracle, how can we optimize what's coming here? We've got so much good stuff. There's a lot of thinking and letting go on the other side, right? Acceptance. Why does that feel like oppression? You're going to need to break free still. Okay. Well, maybe that's the courage to do it, you know? I don't know. Maybe it just feels like oppression. Maybe it feels like a lot of responsibility. Maybe. And maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's perspective. Let's see what that's the one that sticks. Yeah. Desert passage. That's appropriate. We have oppression and desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Yeah. Stop forcing your will. That's what this is about. Well, not really. None of this is about forcing your will. This is about going through a very challenging time of letting go, recognizing what's yours and what isn't, setting boundaries. It's using everything that you've got and trying not to get your ego involved while you go through a process of integration that's going to give you the possibility for renewal and to build integrity. You got to be careful. It's going to feel great on the other side. It's going to come with some obstacles. But what's interesting is this Ten of Wands. I'm going to clarify it just a little bit more. Hi, honey. Thanks for coming by. Ten of Wands. Saturn in Sagittarius. So that's fascinating. Okay. Those are work-related and fatherly matters. A difficult situation requiring strength and flexibility. Ability to adapt when overwhelmed. Like reeds bending with the wind. Grief, anger, and pain are oppressive burdens on the mind and on the heart. Yeah. Of the mind and heart. These are not pentacle-related oppressions. These are state of minds. And Saturn is related to work endeavors, initiatives, and paternal matters, and patriarchal matters. You're going to have to be strong and flexible and trust that there's a divine plan. You have to be what you want to see. It's always going to come up in the cards that way. Hey, love. Hi. Minnie, you going to come to the window? No, she's going to come in. Hi. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody.